Trump versus China. Who won in this round of back and forth on the tariffs? For those that don't know, Trump announced a new trade deal with China recently where China and Trump came to terms for delaying tariffs for another 90 days. The impact of this on the market was immediate. We saw the Dow jump over 800 points almost immediately. The stock market went gangbusters, and investor sentiment seemed to turn the corner super quickly in the positive direction right away. There were discussions over the weekend in Switzerland between the US and China where the agreement that was reached included reducing tariffs that were in place by 115%. Again, this reduction is for the next 90 days, but the most interesting point, and where Trump supporters are saying that this is a huge win, the art of the deal, is the fact that today now the US will only be experiencing a 10% tariff for bringing goods into China, where China will be experiencing a 30% tariff bringing goods into the US. The balancing factor here is the reality that China imports 3 times as many goods into the US as they receive imports from the US. So having an imbalanced trade tariff situation from the US to China, where the US is kind of on the better end of the stick here, makes a lot of sense when you consider how imbalanced things are with imports and exports between us and them. The next step from here. Our Treasury Secretary Bessent is meeting with China in the next few weeks to figure out what the next steps will look like for this trade deal as it evolves and how they will come to terms. All right, let's talk winners and losers. The biggest winners that we saw immediately are companies that benefit obviously from dropping these tariffs. These are companies like Best Buy, Dell, Apple Computers, etc. Removing these tariffs benefits them more than possibly any other companies in the short term, so they saw immediate stock bumps on their side. We also saw bond prices drop while yields on especially the 10-year approached almost 4.5%, meaning they went up, meaning mortgage rates are still probably going to be on the rise as the 10-year treasury goes up. So the biggest question here, with politics being a part of every discussion of geopolitics, economics, etc. today, the biggest question is Trump changing his strategy? Did the public opinion that went so far against tariffs in so many different ways cause Trump to change his strategy? Or was all of this part of a bigger plan, maybe to bring down trade and tariffs to a level that benefits the US more, or to make companies rethink if they should be taking manufacturing overseas versus on US soil, which we know is popular on both sides of the aisle to bring that manufacturing back to the US? If you want to know more about the downstream effects of these changes, of these strategies, is Trump right? Are critics right? We have long form webinars that we drill down on exactly those topics. The next one coming up is on portfolio diversification in a crazy market like we're dealing with today. So check out the link that we have for that webinar. It's all live with Q&A. We'll see you there. We're going to have some fun.